Hi, Katapult here for Katapult Gaming, and in this episode we're going to do the starting section of the bingo profile. And while I'm going to be focusing on bingo profiles today, what I'm showing here, it would work just as well with an ironman profile, or if you're even doing your first regular profile. These are all really great things to get started with. So in today's episode we're going to be doing a little bit of farming to begin with, just to get things started, and then we're going to be getting the promising shovel and getting our sand collection and mining experience up, and eventually going towards unlocking the dwarven mines will be kind of the goal today, and going towards the crystal hollows in a bit further than that. So without further ado, we are over here in the hub at the bingo NPC, and when we click on it you can see the bingo card with all of the tasks for this month, and I do have a video up already that goes over the April 2024. But right now we're gonna start a new profile, and we're gonna do /hub to go back to the hub so we don't have to worry about crossing over. And we're gonna go talk to Elixir over here, and depending on your bingo level you're gonna get a good amount of buffs over here. And first time he just kind of explains to you what Elixir's up to, but the second time you click you're gonna actually get the buffs. And also depending on your bingo level you're gonna get different items to get you started. So I'm gonna put most of these away, but the compactor, if you are a higher level, basically, let me talk to the bingo NPC here. And it shouldn't be too long. He just likes to babble a lot the first time you talk to them. And when you go over here in the bingo ranks, basically these are the bonuses that you get as a bingo profile. So the first important thing is normally this lasts for about a week, and so it starts on the first of each month, and each bingo can be a little bit different. The majority are weeks. Sometimes they can do a 2-week bingo, maybe once or twice a year as something very specific, but most of the time you have the regular bingos like we have today. And in this case here, you can see some buffs that everybody receives, and then you can see other buffs specifically for bingo ranks 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see ranks 3 and 4 have the personal compactor, and all of the others they get the Elixir buff, and each level of bingo rank you gets you a better buff. So this is something that using the bingo shop you can increase your rank if unless you're already bingo rank 4 like I am, but this is where you would go to spend your bingo points and upgrade your rank. So if you're going to be doing a lot of bingo, this is a great thing to do. Now, one of the good things I like to do here is you go over to the random hub, and I think you have to be VIP to be able to use this feature, but I can right click to get a small server, and that's going to give me a mostly empty server. So we can see we have a couple of people in this hobby, but for the most part when you do that you're going to see that a lot of the wheat over here will be available for you to harvest, and if not you're just you can just hop from server to server until you find one that is ready for you to go. And we're just gonna farm a little bit of this here. We'll see that because we have the bingo pet, that's gonna level up our taming experience, and also we're gonna level up the bingo pet as we go through here. And one of the goals is to level up our farming experience a little bit so we can have access to the different farming aisles. And the other thing too is we're going to be farming some wheat because we're going to be doing one of our first armors is going to be using the wheat that we get here, and at some point we're going to be doing a better quality of the armors that you can do with wheat, but at least for now we're going to keep it pretty simple. And going to go over here, we're going to craft a bunch of hay bales, and probably a good idea to do a farming talisman while we're here. And we will do our crafting armor. So if you do have access to the autocraft, this is really good to save you some time from having to put all of the wheat over in the right position to make the armor sets. And then we're gonna put everything into enchanted seeds so it takes less space, because with the new garden update that we have, you can use the enchanted seeds to plant some wheat gardens, so you don't have to keep them as regular seeds anymore. And then while we're at it, we're just gonna keep harvesting everything here. It's gonna give us a little bit of things to get us started with, and eventually we're gonna be going into the garden and continuing this work. But you know, we are gonna need more wheat than this if we're gonna plant a full garden to be able to get started over there. So definitely not anything wasted if you're going to be farming some of the wheat over here to get started on your profile. And once we're pretty much close to being done, the next thing we're going to go do is you know, first we'll put everything as hay bales because they take less place to store, and you can convert them back to wheat if you need to. And then we'll put everything again as the enchanted seeds. So with all of this, we'll put that over into our ender storage. If you don't have as many ender storages as I have, you can go on your island and start building some chest collections over there. And the next piece, we're gonna go spend a little bit of the money that we have over here. So I'll be talking to the mining merchant and kind of looking here. He has the promising pickaxe, is an interesting one to use. And we're gonna go also talk to the wood seller over here, so the lumber merchant. We're gonna get a couple of things from him while we're here. And so trying to find, alright, so he has the promising axe is pretty important, and I think for now that's all we need from this one. And we're gonna go to the weaponsmith. Now you'll notice with Sky Honey I have something here that blocks me from talking to certain NPCs without sneaking, and this is really important if you're going to be using your bingo profile for farming and getting all of the librarian books that you can. So if you do go that way, you want to make sure that you don't talk to too many NPCs so you don't have a really long queue. But that said, I do find that the Undead Sword is a great sword to get started with. And then when we go to the end, you're going to want to have the End Sword when you get over there. So there's quite a lot of good weapons to get started with. So I find that it is one of the important NPCs for me to unlock. And the next one we're going to go talk with is the blacksmith over here, and he's telling us that he can reforge gear and all he needs is some coal, and so we're going to go over here and we're going to be mining a little bit of cobblestone, and we're going to try to get that 10 coal also while we're at it. And the ultimate goal here is to get enough of the mining experience that we can go in the next level, and also get these 10 coal out of the way, so once we're ready to reforge our gear later down the road, we'll have that part unlocked and ready to go. So I'll just put my coal in storage for now, and we're just gonna keep going a little bit, get our mining up, or let me check. I think maybe we're good to go to the gold mine. Yep, we did get our level 2 mining, so we're good to go here. And over here I'm going to talk to the lazy miner, and he's going to send me in the bottom of the gold mine over here to get his pickaxe. Just try to kind of find a path towards the bottom of the mine, somewhere around here, and we are gonna pick his pickaxe. And the reason I come get here, this comes with the smelting touch automatically, and we are gonna get always forget how many ingots I need, but I think probably 10 should be more than sufficient. But basically we're gonna go get our promising shovel, is gonna be the next step that we're gonna get. Alright, now that we have our 10, let's go back to the hub, and we're gonna be going into a slightly dangerous place, basically where all the spiders are, and probably killing some zombies along the way to get the experience there. So let's stop at the banker to deposit our purse, because we do not have a cookie on the bingo profile. That's not an option, so we definitely need to use the banker more frequently to make sure that we do not die when we or we don't lose money once we get killed, which when you're starting off like that, it's absolutely a possibility. So the biggest goal right now is to get the level 1 combat, which we already got on the way there, and that's gonna give us access to the spider's den. At some point we'll have to come back and kill a bunch of zombies for one of the quests for this month's of bingo, but that's typically not something that's required. And we're gonna go here and try to avoid the spiders as much as we can, and go down the ladder over here in the gravel mines. Go talk to Rick, the NPC over here, and he's gonna trade us some iron ingots, and we'll see. Actually, we only needed 2 ingots to get the promising shovel. And so one thing you'll notice, I have the promising shovel, promising pickaxe, and promising axe. All of them work basically the same way, where in this case, after I break 10 blocks with this shovel, I'm gonna get efficiency 1, and the more blocks that I break, the higher that efficiency buff is gonna go. Similar thing with the promising axe and the promising pickaxe. All of these level up the efficiency automatically, so you don't have to enchant them manually. So it's a really good shovel to get started with. And with that, we are going to be able to go to the hub and start working on our mining levels by getting a lot of sand. And in the case this month, we actually have a challenge in the bingo card that you need to level up a bunch of minions. So I do recommend that we save up the sand for that purpose. And basically, we did collect enough wheat earlier to level up our farming level enough to unlock this farming island over here. And we also already have access to the desert settlement. If you can't come here yet, you'll have to go farm a little bit more wheat until the NPCs let you come over here. So let me put stuff away a little bit better here. So with that, we're going to start with the shovel, and at first the shovel is kind of slow, so you'll notice that I sneak to give the shovel a chance to get some sand as I go, but very quickly you'll see that as it levels up through the promising, we can see that already it is efficiency 3, and it goes up pretty quickly. The downside with bingo season is you'll see a lot of people trying to get sand at the same place here, so over there was definitely the best spot to do it, but sometimes when there's too many people, it is worth it to kind of find a more out of the way place like this one. Kind of have to be a little bit more mindful as you walk around and get the sand, but you can get it pretty much as quickly, and by not having to deal with competing players, you can actually probably get your collections and level up faster this way. So as you can see, the mining levels are going up pretty quickly at first, and really collecting sand is one of the best ways to get that started in the beginning. And we're going to be doing this basically for the next maybe 5 or 10 minutes in order to get enough XP to get into the next parts of the mining. So if we check for the mining levels, I think it's around level 12. Yep, this will give us access to the crystal hollows and dwarven mines. So that will be our target right now. So we're gonna just collect some sand over here until we have access to the dwarven mines, and then from there we're gonna be starting to work on the quest that's gonna give us access to the next part of the mines, and then towards the crystal hollows. So pretty much every month you have some quests that are related to either mining or going through the crystal hollows. This month, for example, we have one where you need a bunch of golden goblin eggs, so that is something you're going to have to go in the crystal hollows to complete. And sometimes you have quests around either mithril or different aspects like that of either the dwarven mines or the crystal hollows. So normally this is one of the first things that I'm gonna do, and we'll enchant the sand that we got so far, and probably we're gonna put some away also after that to get started with the mining minion for the sand minion. So probably the next inventory full that we get, we'll just store it aside for now and not enchant everything, because sand is one of those things that once it's enchanted you can't convert it back to regular sand, and unfortunately if you do that, you're gonna have to come back and get more sand to work on your minions a bit. But as you can see, already level 10. Probably here you'll notice around level 11, 12 it starts to slow down a little bit, the leveling up, but it's still pretty fast at these levels, and really getting sand is really a great way to get that out of the way very quickly. Once in a while I like to check and make sure that my inventory is fine, which in this case it is, and if not, I'll be moving some of the sand over to my ender chests. And yeah, one of the things that I kind of try to do with the bingo profile, and the same as if I were working on either a regular or Ironman profile, but I try to find activities that have synergies together. So if I can unlock something that's going to give me access to more than one activity, that is definitely a great way to get started. So we'll see with the farming, we're going to be using it in parts to unlock the farming, which is one of the goals during this bingo, but also we're going to be using it to gear up to get our fighting gear in order, and basically with the upgraded wheat armor set, so not the basic one that you get, but the one that you get a little bit higher up level, that is going to be a really good fighting set to get started in the basically in the end, and help you survive enough to kill the Enderman and get the Ender armor. So a lot of these things you'll see as we progress that we try to reuse a lot of the activities, or at least put them to multiple good uses. So no activity you do ends up being too much of a waste of time. If you can hit 3, 4, 5 birds with one stone, this will save you a lot of time. And in some cases too, you'll see that maybe we'll sacrifice a little bit of comfort in some parts of the game, just in order to get to the next parts of the game a little bit faster. And once we get to the fighting section, you'll see that I'm really not squeamish on this bingo profile about getting a lot of depths to get to where I need to go quicker. Yeah, just a fair warning on that piece. But all of that is done with the goal of getting the profile in good shape. And I guess the other part too of that is, in the beginning right now, I am not at all focusing on completing any goals, even though there are some aspects that I have access to. The idea is that as the profile progresses and gets a little bit better and more rounded up, we'll see a lot of activities are a lot easier to accomplish, and so that's going to save us a lot of time down the road if we just kind of wait to do some of these activities together, instead of just trying to get a lot of things completed quickly, but then you sacrifice the long-term progress in order to just complete a few quick tasks. So definitely something that I try to keep in mind is, again, the first couple of hours, it's all investment, and the goal of that investment is to be in a great position when we are further in the game. And we have the sand level 7 already with the hard glass, so this is pretty good progress on the sand collection over here. And we are just about ready to get our mining level. And now we have access to crystal hollows and dwarven mines. We can see this is pretty good progress to get started. And we've also already reached the Skyblock level 4, so all good progress there too. If we look at the Skyblock leveling, we'll see that level 5 will give us access to the garden and the wardrobe, so definitely some good things that are coming our way pretty soon. So with all of this done, we'll put the rest of our sand away, and I don't think we'll need the shovel for a little bit. So let's go back to the hub. Let's get the promising axe, and you know, frequently, I mean, I could go by, and actually, yeah, it's probably a little quicker this way. Let me go talk to Lumberjack, get a shovel over here. We'll get our sand out, basically. And we'll put the shovel in. Start leveling up the sand minion. And that means that the rest of the sand, we just need it as enchanted sand. So we'll start working on that. And we'll see, that brings us to a sand minion level 6. And don't think I really necessarily have plans for this one, but I mean, you can definitely go ahead and place it if you want. It's not an ideal position for it at all right now, and actually I think it won't be able to place anything like that, but if we give him a little bit more room to work out of, I think with this he's going to be able to start placing some sand and at least getting some work done. And at some point we're going to come back here and actually do a better layout for here. But right now just wanted to let it get started. And you know, if it's something that we care even a bit more with, we did get 5 premium storage chests that we could go and assign over there. But I guess for now, going to be going more over here at the banker. And now that we have the undead sword, we're gonna go kill some undead. And the goal over here is to get a little bit of experience that we're gonna use to enchant our pickaxe. And that way we're going to be able to make better progress in the next part of our quest over here. And if we go to the deep caverns, the farm suit set that we built here, it's not necessarily a great set, especially without enchantments, but it is enough to get us started. And we're going to talk to the lift operator there, so that way our progress is saved as we go down through the different levels of the mine. And we're going to, for now, kind of ignore the parts of the mine over here, but we can definitely, as we see some mobs start getting a bit of experience over here, and if we're kind of lucky, we can even get some drops. But right now we're doing this mostly for the experience. I'm gonna ignore the pigmen because they like to be fairly aggro if you start hurting one of them, and then they all start coming after you. yeah, sometimes I don't come down here too often, basically just once or twice for bingo, and so it might take me a couple of tries to find the best spot through here. But for the most part, with the armor set, if we're careful not to get hit too much, we should be fine. And if we do get killed, it's not a biggie. We can always teleport down with the mineshaft operator. That's the main reason that we have unlocked them. And here we're down to the diamond reserve. This is definitely a great spot to be getting some experience, probably in these lower levels. That's one of the best spots, and you just kind of get slightly aggressive with them. You get close enough that the archers don't have time to shoot you too much in the beginning. They don't react super fast anyway, and you just try to kill them before they kill you, and you don't rush too much after you've hit that initial hit. You let them bounce off and try to hit them again when they bounce back down. But if you do end up getting killed, no worries, you can just teleport back in and keep at it. You do keep your the XP that you get from this, so definitely not an issue. And there's a couple of enchants that you can get, but probably the most important one will be the one that gives you more mining fortune and basically gives you more drops as you mine materials, because we are going to need a lot of materials to complete the quest in this part of the mines and give us access to the dwarven mines and towards the crystal hollows afterwards. So we're gonna go unlock the other section, and for now I wouldn't really bother enchanting this weapon and armor set more. As you can see, for the enemies that we're currently killing, we're not really taking any damage, especially with the elixir buff. If you don't have access to the elixir buff, you should go on the Bingo Brewer Discord and get the potion over there. And if not, no worries. Even like you saw here, even if I get killed, you just get back in action very quickly, and the money really isn't much of an issue. And you can see that when we talk to Riss here, we have to bring back 10 enchanted materials, and you have to pick 3 of them to get them done. So normally redstones are pretty quick to get. Sometimes I'll get either coal, is probably another good one, and lapis lazuli or diamond. Those are kind of the main ones to get. This time around we do have a quest for emerald. Emerald is a much slower one to get, but since you have to get a whole bunch of them, maybe I'll bite the dust and start getting that collection already. But yeah, those are the main ones that normally I would start getting towards. And actually, let me go check on the hub. We're gonna go talk to the item over here, and we'll see. Yeah, so we need 45 XP levels for fortune, so we can't put that on it yet. And actually, we would end up putting it on the promising pickaxe, but kind of the same thing where you need 45 fortune on here anyway, or 45 levels to put it on. And on the bingo profile, whenever you unlock an island, you do get all of the teleport points automatically. so we can definitely take advantage of that. And we'll go over to this level. I think we seem to have a little bit better luck with the survival rate over here. And we'll just farm to 45 XP levels. You can also, if you talk to the librarian, you can buy some XP potions to help you level up a little bit. It's limited how many you can buy every day, but definitely another way that you can use your coins to kind of get ahead a little bit. In this case, I did get a pair of miner boots, but really, normally I just bother to keep the farming set that I have on, and that tends to do the job down in the mines over here. Normally don't kill enough in order to complete a set unless I'm working on a main profile or maybe an ironman profile. I would end up getting it, but even then it's not a set that I would use for very long anyway, since you can unlock a lot better sets very quickly. And so we're just gonna keep killing monsters over here, and hopefully soon we are gonna be able to get back to mining and unlocking all of these levels over here. And this part, it's not like 100% obligatory, but I would say it probably will save you a lot of time since we are going to be mining for an hour or two. And so getting that extra mining fortune is definitely going to make things a lot quicker. And while we are, every time you die, you do lose 50% of your money, but we did deposit some of it to the bank earlier, so we're not going to end up broke anyway. And really, there's not a whole lot of use for money on a bingo profile. Probably a couple of 100,000 coins that you're going to use only, and the rest of it doesn't really matter. So if I have a larger purse, or I'm going somewhere that I know I'm going to end up dying, then I'm going to pay more attention to it. But for the most part, it's pretty easy going when it comes to that. And we are also at the same time getting a little bit of combat levels, which are going to come in handy later on. A lot of the time you have quests that you have to do either in the end, where you need, I think it's level 12 to get in, and in some cases you need to do dungeons, which you need combat 15, and sometimes you even have to go to Crimson Island, which requires even more XP. So definitely not a bad thing to get some combat levels early here. And we're going to finish those off on the Ice Walkers over in the Dwarven Mines once we have access. And let's see if we can make it to level 45 without dying, or if one of these is going to get lucky and survive and hit us before we get a chance to hit them. And while it's definitely, possible for you to go and take time to enchant and reforge all of these weapons and armors to make it easy to kill monsters, at the end of the day, we're not going to use this set really long enough to be worth spending a couple of hours getting everything ready. So we'll go over here and deposit our money over here to this PC, and go over here, the promising pickaxe, and we will put fortune on it. And the other advantage is it gives us a bunch of enchanting XP, which is going to help us with one of the goals. So if we go, I forget which one it is. That was one of the community ones, but I guess not. There is one of the goals that requires you to get some XP this month, and that's going to help us get a little bit closer to it. So now that we have this, actually let's take a look at the collection for mining, and actually I'm going to have to mine some emeralds so I can have access to see the collection. So let's go over here. And if we check the emerald collection, we need the emerald ring, which requires 5k collection in order to get. And to craft this, you need a lot of the enchanted emeralds. So basically, if we need 4 times 9, 4 times 160, yeah, so you need 5.7k emeralds in order to craft a ring. And so yeah, basically given that, though, I don't think you have any advantages, since you need more emeralds than you need collection to make the ring anyway. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be mining this as one of our 10 minerals after all. So let's put some of this stuff away over here, and let's take a look and go back to the deep caverns. And so one of the easy ones to get is the redstone, but in order to get that, let's find the spot where you can go up to the next level, and that way we're going to be able to get all of this without having the minions come at us. And actually sometimes I think I can find it quicker from going from here. Yep. So we'll see, there's that one pig man there that's a little bit pig-headed. And actually today there's more down here than normally there would be, but let's see if it's more of a fluke. Oh, okay, no, actually, because that was not the spot. Oh, so I guess it's the opposite. I'm looking for the spot that goes down that maybe. Aha. I see. Hopefully they stop following me over here. And then I'll be fine to collect the rest of the redstone that I need in peace over here. And because we're using the promising pickaxe, the more that we collect using this, the faster that the pickaxe will become. But overall, redstone is a material that is mineable pretty quickly, so not really much of an issue getting that one. And the biggest thing is we'll have to unlock the collection that gives us access to the enchanted redstone, and then we're going to be able to get access to it pretty quickly here, and get our 10 enchanted redstones. And we'll do the same with the lapis lazuli, and then we'll go do the same over with the 10 diamonds that we need. The other thing that you'll notice too as we do this, you do get a little bit of combat XP as you mine some of the materials, so that's gonna help you enchant things later down the road, which is gonna be good to have. But currently right now I don't think there's much that we own that can or should be enchanted at this point. And this part probably I'm going to end up fast forwarding, so you don't have to watch me mine all of these materials for the next hour or so. But once I'm done, I will be back, and we'll be talking about the next steps. And with that, we just have our 10 enchanted redstone, so that went pretty quickly over there. And we'll put them aside like this, and we are ready to go for the next material. And yeah, let's just take a look. I think we can get to the teleporter pretty quickly over here, and we will be getting to the lapis lazuli section and get our 10 enchanted lazalis pretty quickly there. And so over here, you can go kind of the in the part that goes up and get these without having to kill any monster. But if you see that it doesn't spawn quickly enough, or if there's too much competition, these zombies in this section, they're not really hard, so it's not really a big bother if you have to go hunt your lapis lazuli just in the middle of everywhere else. And just basically whatever ends up getting it faster for you is going to be the easiest and best way to go. And we can see too, just after the redstone, we are already at efficiency 2, and this pickaxe is starting to get pretty quick with these basic materials. It's not like we're in Crystal Hollows doing a bunch of mithril or gemstones, which this pickaxe wouldn't be able to handle those anyway. But yeah, we'll take a look over here. And sometimes if you see that the lobby is too busy, then sometimes it's easier to just switch to a different lobby and not have so much competition to go around, which actually I'm starting to see that this one is borderline saturated. But yeah, even frequently if you go in these side tunnels, there's not a whole lot of people, but we're seeing that today there's way too many people. So let's take a look if we can get lucky and get a hub with a lot less people in that lobby. And sometimes you just have to bite the dust when there's a new bingo season started. There's usually a lot of competition where people are doing mostly the same things roughly in the same time to get started. I found sometimes that starting the bingo profile on the second morning instead of the middle of the night when it gets started, sometimes it gets a lot easier, where getting a good night of sleep is more beneficial in terms of progress than actually grinding. But sometimes it's just fun to kind of get started with bingo at the same time as everybody else, and especially if you have some longer goals like we have this season. If you are serious of finishing the bingo, you kind of have to power through a little bit of these early phases and get them out of the way quickly, so you can start focusing on some of the harder and longer goals that are going to take multiple days to complete, no matter what you do. So in this case, we know, for example, that the rotten flesh is going to be a big one, that anybody trying to complete that goal, you're going to need to put up a lot of the zombie minions and spend a lot of time getting that set up. And even when it's set up, it's going to take you multiple days, even with 10 minions, just to get all of those rotten fleshes. So definitely one of these bingos that you can't snooze too much in the beginning, or you might corner yourself where you're going to have some goals that you cannot complete. So definitely, if you haven't watched my other video where I break down the goals for the month, definitely worth watching that up, because you're going to want to make a plan for every bingo season that you play in. You're going to want to take a look at the goals early on and then decide what you're going to do. And it's always going to come up to either one of two things. Either you're going to be doing a lot of goals and even all the way to trying to complete a card if you're looking for a lot of bingo points. Or if not, you're going to get started a little bit, at least enough to unlock the garden. And then you're going to be focusing purely on the garden in order to get the maximum books that you can from the librarians, and basically bring them back to your main profile, either to sell for profit, or if you are looking to upgrade some of your farming gear, that is going to be a great way to get those extra books that might be hard to get on your main profile. And we'll get into all of that, how it works to farm with the librarian in a separate episode, but you know, ultimately when you get started with the bingo profile is the best time to kind of think what you're going to try to accomplish this season. And oftentimes I try to do a little bit of a hybrid where I complete a certain number of goals for points, and then the rest of the time I just try to spend as much time as I can on the garden to get usually at least one dedication for book by the time that each bingo season is over. And in average you're going to be need to talk to about 100 librarians in order to get those or at least that one dedication book. So it's about 100 librarians per book in average, so definitely going to be a lot of work required. And I'm just going to do a quick check over here on the mining collection. So yeah, we need 2k to get the enchanted, and that's going to be I think a little bit more than or at least once we get the enchanted we're going to be able to convert at least our 10 and maybe even a little bit more. So we're going to have a little bit of overflow instead of missing some, so it'll be a good position to be in. And the reason we're going for lapis lazuli and the redstones is those give you more materials natively in Minecraft, so it makes it easier to collect the 1600 base materials that you're going to need to convert into those 10 enchanted items. So definitely good, 2 good base materials to get. And then diamond is not too bad, and very frequently you have a bingo goal where you're going to need an enchanted diamond anyway, so usually it's a good idea to get it out of the way, even if it's just for that reason alone, since you're going to have to spend some time getting some diamonds anyway. And in this case, where one of the goals is creating or crafting an aspect of the end, I think you do need a little bit of diamonds or enchanted diamond for that anyway, so probably not a bad thing to get the diamond done in this case and use that as our third material to unlock the dwarven mines. And our inventory is full. Let's see, that's probably the only disadvantage here is you need more than one inventory worth of materials in order to unlock the enchanted lapis lazuli through the collection. So. And I'll fast forward another bit and we'll be talking once I'm ready to tackle the diamond collection. And we now have our lapis lazuli collection unlocked, so let's process some of these. And as we can see, we get our 10 pretty quickly over here. And I like to organize my drops and stuff a little bit since I do have a lot of ender chests unlocked, and basically if you have them unlocked on one profile, they are unlocked on all of your other profiles at the same time too, so it does take a while to unlock all of them, but in the long run I think it's going to be worth it. But especially on the bingo profile, I like to keep one for the monster drops, one more for the mining type materials, and one for the bigger drops, weapons, armors, all that, and some for farming and those types of breakups like that. The next up, we're gonna go for the diamond and yeah, I think I went to the wrong section over there previously, but now I think we should be good over here, although there is somebody already harvesting this section. So let's see, if you come over here and you see somebody is already in that spot, please be nice and let them keep using their spot. Don't be a griefer. Even if it may take you a couple of lobbies to get your own free lobby. But we can see yet another one is taken over here. So everybody kind of has their quote or their limit, where after a while you kind of figure, well, maybe all of the lobbies are taken, but you know, I like to check at least a 4 or 5 lobbies before I give up. But you know, frequently if you persevere, you're going to be good. And not sure if there's somebody down there, but they don't seem to be moving, so maybe they're just AFK, and in that case that's fine. And I see all of the diamonds are available, so it doesn't look like we're in the process of grieving them right now. The other thing to keep an eye on, though, I just noticed that my elixir buffs are no longer there, probably why I'm doing a little bit less damage too. Kind of unfortunate. I should have checked this before going back and finding a free lobby, but I think it is worth taking the extra time to get all of our active buffs over here and make our time a little bit more enjoyable and less stressful of getting all of these diamonds pretty quickly. And then we can see probably our good karma from earlier is giving us a nice empty lobby. So there we go, we can get back to hunting this. And as you farm the diamonds, probably we're gonna get at least a couple of the special diamonds that you can use as a reforge. I don't think this month it is a goal to reforge with one of these. It is our very goal to get the 25 of these fairy souls, so while we do find them naturally, we'll tag them as we go. And then a little bit further on in the season, we're probably going to go and finish off and rush through the last couple that we are missing. But definitely, this is a good progression that we are seeing here. And the number that we need to achieve for the diamonds is you need 1k for the enchanted diamonds, but that's not going to be enough to give you the 10 enchanted diamonds that you need, so you'll end up needing to farm 1600 of them, but at least once you have 1000 you'll have the recipe unlocked, and then you can start enchanting them and taking less space in your inventory. And we can see here what a griefer kind of looks like. Unfortunately, that happens quite a lot, and even more during bingo season. Let's see. Yeah. Another one that's pretty easy, is coal, because you can, as soon as you have the collection with coal, you can actually buy the extra coal and get it done pretty quickly. But frequently I find some use for the diamonds at the end of the day, so I typically go for the diamonds instead. And yeah, some people, yeah, I'm kind of reading chat, I forgot, but yeah, some people will go down and get the diamond blocks instead, which might end up being quicker than what I'm doing here, but being able to do it calmly and not have to deal with the monsters for me is worth spending an extra 5 or 10 minutes here and not having to die all the time, or wasting a lot of unneeded money to in time, really, to get the fighting gear in order to be able to get easily to the diamond blocks. So I think in this case I'm kind of happy just leveling up over here and finishing these diamonds over here. And it goes plenty fast for me. So as usual, I'll keep working on this offline, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes when the diamonds are all collected and we are ready to get them enchanted and turned into wrists to get access to the next section. Yeah, actually kind of looking around here, it is pretty significant, the difference of how many diamonds you get from the diamond blocks like these, so it's probably worth it going through here. And if you just go around and kind of run quickly enough, usually you can avoid most of the combat anyway, so it's actually not that intense combat wise, and you are getting quite a lot more diamonds this way than from where I were originally. Although that being said, once in a while you can get a little bit out of trouble, as we see we've kind of gotten ourselves into right now, but either through skill or luck we can manage to get out of it, or if not, we can just as I was gonna go try to get to the hub to go deposit our money, I see we kind of got tagged over here. So let's see, with that we were able to get 6 enchanted diamonds so far, and 3 of these rare diamonds, which allow us to get the reinforced reforge, which again I don't think this month we have to put on our armor, but very frequently that is a quest that we see kind of coming over and over again. So and yeah, we'll kind of see, I think our initial luck looked like we had good timing earlier on being able to not get into a lot of fights and get a lot of diamonds. that luck seems to have run mostly dry for now, so we'll kind of keep looking and kind of adjusting. Every lobby here is very different. Sometimes you have a lot of people that are coming here to kill the mobs for experience, and it makes it a lot easier to get the diamonds that you need. And other times it kind of becomes a lot more violent down here. And yeah, I see somebody here was probably having a little bit of issues, so we'll help them out. And if we end up dying along the way, that's not a big worry anyway. But yeah, kind of seeing like I haven't gotten much luck with the big diamond blocks lately, so maybe with that we'll just end up next time we cross the path to go up, we'll probably end up finishing off over there to get the last diamonds that we need. So sometimes it's good to adjust your strategy based on how the lobby is doing, and not get too stubborn. If you see that one method that was working really well stops working, then sometimes it's good to just revert back to the next technique and not spend too much time or thought about it. And since we have the compactor, actually this is a good time to use it, because basically we've gotten our enchanted diamond recipe first, and that means if we put the enchanted diamond in our compactor, then automatically it will compact, and we can just keep an eye over on our bar in the bottom and see when our enchanted diamonds goes up to 10. Then we know we'll be ready to go talk to Riss and get that quest completed. But this is a tactic here that helps you ensure that you don't waste time going a lot over what you need to get done over here. And with that, we now have our 10 enchanted diamonds. And let's get the other materials out, and we can talk to Riss over here. And he's gonna accept our offers and move us over to the Dwarven Mines over here. And you know, I think there's some mine carts a little bit, not sure. Yeah, not all of them are mineable, but there are some somewhere around here we can get a bunch of emeralds from and get that emerald quest completed. And because we have to get to the Crystal Hollows as part of this month's bingo journey, then we're probably gonna have to grind some of the quests over here, so that way we're gonna need to get the Heart of the Mountain level 3. And if you talk to Bobo over here, you can buy some better pickaxes. So you can see over here, if you are Heart of the Mountain 0 or 1 like we are, you can get the Fractured Mithril Pickaxe, and then at Heart of the Mountain 2 you can upgrade it to the Bandage, and then finally the Titanium Pickaxe at Heart of the Mountain 3, and you can keep leveling up that way. So this is definitely one way that we can get that. And actually we see, yeah, there's a couple of those over here, and yeah, they actually recover pretty quickly. So this is probably a great way to get the emeralds over here to get that, and I would just kind of take a look around to see if there's any better minecarts specifically for the emeralds, but if not, you know, there is at least this one over here that lets you mine the emeralds pretty quickly. Yeah, the next part I'll give a quick demo on is I'll go over to the banker over here, because the next part I know pretty much guaranteed that I'll be dying, and we will teleport to the forge. Again, the bingo account has access to all of these teleports, which is really great to have access to. And the forge teleport brings us pretty close to the great ice wall over here. And we're gonna go kill the ice walkers, or because of our lack of armor, probably we're gonna get killed by the ice walkers. But the best way to kill these are with a pickaxe, or at least the easier way early game. You can, actually I don't know if that's been fixed or not, but you used to be able to kill them with a bow also, where you'd shoot an arrow and then switch to a pickaxe before the damage registered, and that would count as if you had killed them with a pickaxe, and give you the bonus damage that way, even at a distance. But basically you can kill these until you get your level 12 in combat, and that will give you access to the end. And you know, you can keep going kind of that way with that set of gear, but most likely what I would tend to recommend, especially since we have to go to the garden and level up farming anyway, if we take a look at the wheat collection, we'll see that you have the enchanted hay bale over here, and you can use that to make the farm armor equipment. And this one comes with plus 20 health and plus 75 defense built in, and it is a rare armor set, so once you put reforges on these, this will become a very viable set of armor, and will allow you to farm over here and get started in the end pretty easily. So most likely that will be the next step that I'll try to do. And the biggest determiner, we'll see over here that for Skyblock leveling, I do have, because we already have our level 5, if we go to the hub and jump in the portal over here, we should be able to see the stranger, which would be Sam over here. And this will be our next episode, is we'll be unlocking the garden and getting the farming set up over there, and farm our way through to the set of armor that we're going to be using for the next part of these challenges. And again, it's all about synergy, where we have to do farming anyway, so we might as well get ourselves a piece of armor that we're going to use and is going to make our fighting a lot easier and give us a lot more survival. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I'll be working on the garden next, and showing you the next steps of our progression through this bingo profile, which again would definitely still work if you're using an ironman or even a regular profile. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comment box. Please remember to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.